Okay, if I'm going to use these colored pencils, it's a 3-step process. And I always say layer, layer, layer. And I say it 3 times on purpose. So when we're talking layer, 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 we're going to use 3 layers of color. That's why I say it 3 times. And there's a method to this. So if I'm going to use this blue as the main color that I'm going to work with, that's my first layer. So how about I make a sphere? All right, your first layer. Oh, I love these pencils. They just go on so smooth. And I'm sure you're going to like them too. So, you want to just get a layer down. Now, don't push hard. It's just going to break the lead on the pencil because it's soft. That's part of what makes this nice. More pigment makes a softer tip on it, okay? Now, this already needs to be sharpened a little bit. These pencils work the best when they're sharp. Okay, so I'm going to sharpen that real fast since it's my main color. So now that I have this down, now I decide what I'm going to use for lights and darks. Now I could do the obvious, and I could use white for light and black for dark. But you're going to get something more interesting if you make more interesting choices. So I am going to use this light yellow because it's kind of a blue-violet. And I'm going to use a darker blue for my dark. Okay? You could use a complement to darken it down, but that's another conversation. So the next layer are my lights and darks. All right, see if I can write upside down and backwards. Look at me go. Okay, so this layer, I already don't really like that very much, but we'll go with it. This layer is lights. I'm going to trade that out for white because I don't actually think that's enough contrast. So I'm going to go back over this a little bit. My white. Okay. And darks. Now I'm kind of making this look 3D, but with your little project you've got going here, you're using lights and darks. You may use them slightly differently than what you have, or you may be using them to try to make it look 3-dimensional. Just a little hint of dark in here and a little bit more down here. Okay, so that's layer 2. So I layered my main color, I layered my lights and darks. Now I'm back to my third layer, which goes back to the main color. This acts as the blender layer. It creates what's called color harmony, where all parts of it have the same color. It'll also cover the rest of your paper because you're layering it on here. So I'm literally taking this color and going over top of everything that I have down. It's round, so I'm also kind of making my pencil strokes follow the shape of the object. Okay, do you see how I just go over it a couple times if I feel like the paper's not getting covered up enough? Because you don't want to push hard, it will break the tip of the pencil off. Okay, so now when I look at this, I think, well, it might need a little lighter up here. So I can layer some more on top. You can always have more layers. And I'm going to make it a little darker over here. Okay, so I'm going to add a shadow just for kicks here. Again, if I want to layer it, I can add some black to that if I want it to be a little darker, since it's a shadow. Okay, I need a horizon line so it's not floating in space. And there's my sphere. Okay? So the thing to remember when you're using pencils is layer, layer, layer.